what are red flags to you?
Yeah,
Alcoholism, drug problems.
Yeah, those are obvious.
I mean,
it's ridiculous.
No, I've gone out with
just got out of jail on parole, couple felonies. I don't know.
What's going on, guys? My name's Tarun Shetty. Welcome to the Convo Sutra. Back with another amazing episode. Joining me is a fantastic group of panelists. How about we do a quick intro for our audio listeners?
Hi guys, I'm Hedi, and I have worked on a show previously with Tarun, and so
Like 20 years ago.
Oh man.
What do you do, Hedi?
So I'm a Pilates instructor, and I'm a mom also, and I also do real estate. And I'm also acting. What else?
And a podcaster.
And now I'm a podcaster.
You gotta do everything.
So yeah.
I'm Pritesh Shah, actor, comedian, producer. I'm done a lot of these now. It's awesome. Good to be back.
Hi, I'm Yalda, and I've known Tarun for 20 years now. I am a producer with Amazon, and I'm also a new mom. So
Hey.
that's me. Yeah.
Wow. A lot of moms on this podcast. We gotta.
Yeah.
This is like a sign of how we're aging in our careers. Like all my contacts are now moms.
Yeah.
Gotta go younger next episode.
Dude, half
Don't make it creepy.
Dude, half the weddings I've been to, they got divorced already.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have a couple friends who are on their second weddings, second marriages.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
You struck a tone.
That's where we're at in life, man. That's what's going down.
Way to start off on a positive note.
Look, we gotta accept life as it is. You know what I mean?
He wore the black, came in hot with his,
Hot, baby.
with his negative takes on marriage.
No negative takes. Just exactly as it is.
Yeah. Just
This is
how it
before lunch, by the way.
ठीक है, चलता है, problem क्या है?
Well, do you think there's hope for us? Because we're both single, I guess.
Yeah, of course there's hope. Like, you just have to date and just see what you find out there. But I mean, I felt the same when I was single too. Just like, oh my God, when is it gonna happen? And you date and date and date, and then eventually one of them, you just need one, right?
That is
job
hilarious.
interviews, you just need one.
She's like, I just need to find a suitable donor at this point. Who works?
a donor.
It's a donor. That's what
No,
matters.
partner in life.
Yeah.
Eddie, what's your take?
I think actually it's good to wait and take your time and find the right person, because rushing into it, it's never a good idea. In my example, I think that's what happened, because when you're young, you don't know who you are, you don't know what you want in life.
For sure.
Also, the older you get, and I think also here's a misconception, or it has a bad view, is that actually when you date more, you learn about, you learn how people are, the personalities, you learn how to behave. You can be totally bratty, right? And then you learn, oh my God, wait a second, I can't behave like that, or else, that's not a good point as a girl or a guy or certain things.
But don't you feel like you only have so many swings at bat, especially if you're a woman? Like you're in this prime.
Wow.
Right? I mean, that's what it is. That's the facts. You're in this prime age to
You're
attract
talking about for kids.
That's exactly it. I was gonna say.
To have kids.
for
you
both.
said.
Yes.
I mean, just to attract somebody into your life, you've
No.
got a small.
Yeah,
No.
but I mean, okay, let's say you
I
start
don't agree with
dating
that.
when you're 21 in college or
Yeah.
something. I mean,
But I
forget
think-
anything before that, you're a child.
Let's make it 26,
Okay.
just so the
Wait,
30-year-old
I
window.
want to
Yeah,
go
we're
back to what
back.
you're saying.
Exactly.
Because are you saying that if children, so the biological clock, the children thing's not there, that there's still a timeline?
Yeah, let's remove the children thing.
Why? Why is there a timeline?
After a certain age, like 33, 35, I mean, there's a depreciating thing on both sides, men and women. Right?
I have thought bubbles in my head right
But,
now.
okay, can I
the
ask
wrong
you
thing?
something?
Am I saying the
So,
wrong thing?
no,
This is
but-
absolutely true.
How old are you now?
I'm old enough.
No, but don't you think? I personally think he looks now better, more
Distinguished.
Distinguished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine, I'm going to phrase that.
your
Only
hair-
women depreciate, not
Okay,
women. I'm
here we
kidding.
go.
I'm totally kidding. I do think that there is a difference. Like after 30,
Yeah.
people are on the decline.
okay, so to his point,
Yeah.
I think that if you take children out of it, I think that then there is no prime. It's just like whoever you meet is going to be your partner for the rest of your life if you both don't want kids. But if you do want kids, unfortunately, for both sides, both men and women, there's like a prime period where you're going to have the best chances of having kids that you want.
Well, when it comes to kids, we have to be real. It's more for women.
No, also studies have shown that like the sperm quality
Of
also
course,
makes a
but
big difference.
It's more for women.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's
also
more
when
for
you're
women.
older as a
It's
man,
50-50.
but even as a man, if you want to hang out with your child,
No,
and
of
you
course,
want to
no denying
play
that.
around
No
and you
denying
get
that.
tired.
There's no
right?
denying that. No denying that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like from that, but that's why I took that part out of it.
Also, the sperm quality, like she's
Yeah,
saying, it's very
there's no denying
true.
there's other for sure. But I'm saying if you take the children part out of it, then it just matters on what you want and what you're looking for.
But don't you feel like your selection has gotten a lot smaller of who you can choose?
But what do you?
But
who I
was
can
it all quality? The mass that you feel like
When I was in my
bigger?
20s, for sure.
What
No
the
way.
quality?
No,
wasn't
I
better.
think-
I
yeah.
was
Selection's
like,
more now. It's
Yes.
just a fact. If you ask
Yeah.
me pure selection, like opportunities, anyone, if I want, you could go out with. I could go out with a 21-year-old or a 50-year-old, and everything in between.
It depends on what you
Yeah,
want,
what do
right?
you
But the
want?
older
Who
you go, like
Yeah.
what I want and what I care for, and how I don't want my time wasted, and I don't care to go on dates with random people. That's why the
Yeah.
selection's smaller.
That's what I also mean. He knows, okay, if I go out with this girl, I know already what to expect.
Yeah.
So he's eliminating it. So he's focusing on the right group versus like everyone and trying to be.
So do you
all
think
over
people
the
settle
place.
then? Or is that settling?
What is that?
How did that go?
I'm just wondering.
This is an interesting
These are
question.
questions in my
No,
mind.
this is an interesting question
Yeah.
though, right? Because I think it's such an overused word. What do people mean by settle? Like, what does that even mean to you?
Also, what are you settling like? You're settling for you, or do people think you're settling? Right? Because those are two different things. Like, if you're happy in your marriage and someone else thinks that you're settling, what does it matter? You're in the marriage, right? Like, it's your life and it's your everyday waking up with this person and doing life with this person.
But you never settled. You know, when you don't commit right away and you're still searching, that means you're not settling. And just because someone else is married, then maybe for them they found now what they were looking for.
Or could you
It's
say
just
someone
like-
who's too scared to
It's
commit
so
is settling?
randomly everything. I feel like you meet somebody that
Yeah.
could be the right person, but and then you meet somebody. You know, it's just like luck and
timing.
Being exactly
all time.
like
Yeah, it's all
or how you
timing.
play, or if you go out more, you meet more people.
yeah,
right?
totally.
Interesting. Well, I'm just curious. I just want your opinion. Let's keep moving on. So, have you dated Indian before? South Asian? By the way-
It sounds like have you
on
had
it.
Indian food before? It just sounds like, have you had Indian
Have
before?
you tried it?
Yeah.
Well, if he asked it like that, everyone's answer would be, "It's interesting."
Have you had Indian before?
Yeah.
A
Have you
little
had
too
Indian before?
spicy.
Have you had Indian before?
Well, let's set it up. What are you exactly? So, for people who don't know you.
Oh, I'm from Afghanistan. I was
Okay.
born there.
100%.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old were you when you moved here?
11.
Oh wow, okay,
Yeah.
you stayed there a while then.
Oh,
right?
no. So we moved from Afghanistan when I was 3 years old to Pakistan. And then we
Okay.
were there for like 8 years till I was 11. And then 11 onwards, I've been in the States.
There goes my other question. Would you go back to your home country?
It's more complicated. I mean,
Yeah.
I would love to. Like, I'm actually very jealous of like my, Indian, Pakistani, Iranian friends, because you can go back anytime and you can have the best of both worlds. Like, your adopted country and then your home country.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I don't have that. And I don't know if there's hope in my lifetime if I'd be able to do that. But I think if that happened, I would love to like take my kids and be like, this is where mom's side's from. Because, my husband's British. So our kids would have his side for sure, where it's like, yeah, this is where daddy comes from. But my side is kind of like my adopted home country, basically, is what they'll get to see, not like my real home country, which is a sad thing. And there's like a yearning and a loss that comes with that. But sorry
Yeah.
for taking it.
Yeah. There's no real positive way to bring up the Taliban and Afghanistan.
Yeah, you want to go back there? Yeah, so the thing is,
Well,
like,
maybe.
it competes with London real well. The thing
Europe
is,
or Afghanistan, I don't know.
yeah.
So, transitioning, Hedi, have you hooked up with a South Asian man before?
You're great at segues, by the way. He's fantastic at that. By
Well,
the way. He goes Taliban. to like,
Yeah,
I've been
just
on a
heavy.
date and but we didn't hook up. We went only on a date.
How's the date?
It was actually really nice.
Pritesh, well, we
From back in the
got to
day.
include you in here. So, do you prefer dating South Asians or
Me?
Yeah.
My childhood sweetheart was Indian. I dated Indian girl after that, and since then I have not dated Indian women.
Why?
Any woman?
Indian women.
Okay.
I ain't going that far. I know we close to West Hollywood, girl, but you took that to a different.
You just said women. So I was
You
like,
just
whoa.
got WeHo excited, okay? But no, I haven't. Why? It's no particular reason. It's not like I'm avoiding it. It just hasn't happened. I did.
He hasn't met the right one.
Well, I'm dating someone right now, but the thing is, I left the Indian community for a little bit, as in like I just got over it. I just felt like it was the same stuff we dealt with when we were kids. It was like super judgmental, cliquey, material oriented, and I was kind of like, I don't like that at all. And so that kind of like put a bad taste in my mouth. But outside of that, it just doesn't happen. I'm not like unopen to it. I do understand there's conveniences that come with it. There are, but that's not enough to be with that person. That's just a nice addition.
Do you feel like when you date South Asian women, you're looked at, can this guy provide for me?
I want to provide. I have no problem with the old school way of living. I have no problem with that at all. It's just that sometimes when I've dated Indian women in the past, it's like, I want to date you. I don't want to date your mom and dad.
Oh, were they
And
really involved in
I
it?
have not. I don't think you've healed that relationship with your parents. What's constantly seeing if your parents will like me or like what we're doing or what our goals are and all this type of stuff. So you don't have your own independent way of living, and that don't really suit me. And I get it. I grew up in that world too, and I understand the pressures that can come with that. And the thing is like, but you gotta. I don't have time to date your whole family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But do you think that's the difference between like women dating and men dating? Because you're just gonna bring a girl home and be like, "This is who I've picked, mom and dad," you know, whether you like it or not. Whereas the girl has to make sure that her parents are on board, and it's like a safe decision to make and get them involved.
I mean, maybe. I feel like now it's kind of both sides do that, you know? So it depends. And I'm not saying that I'm not willing to cater to that a little bit, of course, if I'm going to join. But
Yeah.
I have seen that in the past a lot, which was just a turnoff for me personally. Yeah.
I feel like it's harder in general as you get older to,
Yeah.
no matter what ethnicity. But we never got your answer, Yalda.
Yeah.
You worked in Bollywood, so did you?
Well, we went straight to Taliban, bro. So it got dark quick.
Yeah.
I don't think I have. I haven't had the pleasure.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, first of all, pause. That's for damn sure. You missed out. Let's just get that out of the way. Nothing like us.
How is that possible? We worked on a Bollywood show together. You were at all these Indian events. You never like met.
No, but I wasn't. When I met you, by the way, I was 19 years old. So, you know, like I was very young.
19's legal.
I know, but I wasn't in that mindset.
Yeah, Tarun only thinks in terms of legalities. Clearly.
No, but I was really not into like dating and meeting people like in my early 20s. I think it was more like in my mid to late 20s where I was like, oh, I need to like date. At first, I was just very much like, this is a job and what's the next job, and like very career minded versus like, oh, wait, I also have to deal with the meeting someone and dating and all of that stuff too. Because for some reason, I thought it would like just happen. And then you learn that it doesn't just magically happen. You have to put in work into it. So
Well, how did it happen for you?
Yeah, how'd you meet your husband?
we met at work, so I didn't go far.
She literally went from, well, I was just concentrated on work, but I realized you have to do something. How'd you meet him? It was at work.
It was at work.
He was my boss. I wanted a promotion. And
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, we managed the same team together. And
you realize we managed this well.
yeah, we actually, that's the thing. We still have that. We work really well together. Like as a team with like our home and our baby, like we just work really well, like as a team members, basically. So I thought once, you know, we met each other and then we were friends, colleagues and friends. And then we would, you know, go to dinners and just kind of like bonded over work and just, I got to know him really well, not in the dating pressure world, but just more of like a person and like his beliefs and his motives and
His character.
Basically, exactly.
Well, Tarun, you and I work well together. What's going on, dog?
Hey, you know, at this point,
What's up, dog?
at this point, I'm open to anything.
I'm down, bro. I'm down. You're not going to take half.
Anything.
Let's just do a civil union. You're not going to take half.
Yeah.
I do think meeting someone at your workplace is a great thing. I've thought about this many times, and I feel like people, if you go to like law school or med school,
Yeah.
you meet someone in in that strata,
In that
like
field.
in that society,
Yeah.
right? We're in like this acting field, so it's just like the shit show of like these broke ass actresses who are at Starbucks. I'm like, man, I kind of wish I went to grad school
What
sometimes.
about the guys? Same.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing. Men and women. You just meet this circus of degenerates out here in Los Angeles. So,
Degenerate. Wow. Okay.
so sometimes I wish I went to a grad school just so I
But
could
you can also do hobbies, right? Like if you do like
Yeah,
play
yeah, that's right.
pickleball or like go to
pickleball.
yeah, that's a huge thing.
Look
like
at her
it's a big thing.
uplifting you.
Yeah, you could. You can't just like give up and be like, "This is what I do," and there's no hope.
She's
It's
right.
like-
though. I mean,
Yeah,
people
you
join
have
run
to
clubs,
make it
hiking
happen.
clubs, book clubs. There's
Yeah.
other things you can do where you can meet people with similar interests. That's
Exactly.
not work oriented.
Yeah.
It's still similar.
Hedi, what club are you in to meet people? Are you in any clubs?
Any clubs? Wait.
She like last
I
night.
work. I mean, I work.
She works a lot.
She like last
No, I'm
night. Yeah.
saying I work out. I like when you go to gyms, you could meet a lot of people at the gym, I guess, right?
By the way,
But
have you-
isn't there like a culture, sorry, of like gym and like not approaching people
Yeah.
at the gym?
I know a lot of
Yes,
people,
you're
but
right.
if you go enough, you become friends with a lot of people.
Okay.
But I think, yeah, you're not just gonna be like knock on someone
Yeah.
and they like take their
Yeah,
headphones
exactly.
off
Yeah,
and like
that's-
she's in the middle.
that's what I
Hey,
meant.
what's up? I think
Yeah.
you're real cute, by the way. You're sweating and
Yeah, but let's say
Yeah.
you do like boxing class, right?
Right,
And there's
that's
like
different.
a group of
Yeah.
people,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
you're just like, or all these hit classes, and where you're
Totally.
just together in one room, and
Yeah.
then you could meet somebody like this, or even tennis, or right, like a tennis. I what else?
there's no formula.
yeah, it's right.
Or you could do improv.
Look at Matt
What about
Damon's
Hinge
wife.
and stuff?
Look at
huh?
Matt
Waitress.
Damon's wife. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
one of the most famous actors on the planet.
Yep.
He was filming a movie in Florida. Went
That's
to the
just
bar.
luck.
It is very
What
much
about
luck.
Ronaldo
Yeah.
and his wife?
If you're
Ronaldo and
famous-
his wife,
Yeah.
she worked in a
No, but she turned out to be a legit
Oh,
They
is
female.
that-
met because
Oh.
he went shopping.
Wow. Must
Yeah.
be nice.
Ronaldo.
But
Yeah.
if he
Ronaldo.
was an average dude, like picking up a waitress is not easy. I'm sure she's attractive. I don't even know what she looks like.
She's very attractive.
I'm sure.
But
I'm sure
saying
she gets.
they've been together for like 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he found what I'm trying to tell you is that it can happen. I love like Keanu Reeves' girlfriend.
She's a
like, age-
professor, right? Or
Huh?
a teacher or something?
She's an artist. She's age appropriate. He's an A-list star. He could easily be dating 21-year-olds like Leo is all day, right?
Yeah.
But she's age appropriate.
Isn't she older than him?
No.
Maybe that's his
Is there
thing.
one?
Huh?
Maybe that's his thing.
She
You
has
mean
like,
being like emotionally mature and
Yeah.
grounded? Yeah, maybe that's his thing.
Exactly.
isn't that everyone's like
Yeah, that'd
goal?
be
Not
nice.
me.
Maybe not being a creep. That's pretty cool to see once in a while. I mean, it's like getting ridiculous when people like age is just a number. I'm like, Anthony Kiedis, I think that's his name, the singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Kiedis.
Yeah, he's 62.
Oh my God, I saw those
62, his girlfriend's
pictures.
19.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
so
Like that's
gross.
insane.
weird.
I've
But
seen
maybe
those
there's some
photos.
commonalities.
Hey, Tarun,
No,
just
no,
shut up. Yeah,
no.
they both like.
That's
they
like
both
granddad and like
Yeah, it's
granddaughter. It's
disgusting.
weird.
It's sad for a man who's 69
Two.
to 62 to want to interact with a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
in
What
a
do you
sexual
learn?
way.
Yeah.
What do
So
you-
let me see a
What
question.
kind of communication
It's so
can
gross.
you have?
So-
yeah, you don't. You don't communicate.
No, so how dumb that speaks for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
totally.
think Cher and Madonna are dating younger guys.
Yeah,
Does that
wrong
mean it's the
too.
same thing to them for them as well? Are they creeps?
Well,
Yeah.
it depends on the age difference. Like,
I mean,
is
Oh, it's
Cher
bad.
her- what
She's
is
like
she?
7, her boyfriend's like 35.
That's
Yeah,
half.
but
That's
also
half
So-
her age.
She's like 80.
She's 70 something.
But at
So-
this point, I
77
think,
or
okay,
something.
with Cher at this point in her life, who's she gonna be with that gives her what she wants? Like, she is so
What does she
high
want?
up there.
But no,
Like,
what does she
okay,
want?
she wants somebody who is equally, like, I think that's just a boy toy for her. Just
Obviously.
To,
Why
right.
is there a
It's not
difference
gonna-
in men and women dating younger? Why is Anthony Kiedis considered a creep and Cher is considered, oh, he's just a boy toy?
Because if
No,
he was
wait a
dating
second.
somebody,
He's-
you'd be dating
she's
somebody in her
19.
30s, right? Because he's 61.
Yeah, and
so
he's
30s would
30.
make sense. But if like
She's 19 and 35.
she's 19,
that's it.
exactly. That's the difference. That's so gross.
Again,
And he's a 35-year-old,
Yeah.
and he has a career. He does management or whatever like that. The 19-year-old, what does she have? I mean, that's at least
He has his money.
10 plus.
Or like Bill
No,
No,
they're not
for the
married.
man.
It's not
I'm talking
his
about-
money.
Or like
she's
Bill
his
Better.
money.
There's
Or
no
what, do
commitment.
what do you think about Bill Belichick, right? He was 49 when his girlfriend was born.
Oh my god! When
think
you
it's
put
fine.
it that
That's
way.
insane, dude.
I think all this stuff is fine. I think it's their lives. They can do whatever they want. Why is it our business to judge how other
You
people...
brought it up.
But we can judge if we
No,
want
I
to.
know, I
We
think
can
it's
have an
fine.
opinion or
No,
judge. We don't have
we
they
don't
have to
judge.
listen.
We don't
Yeah.
care. We're just saying a
No, no.
62-year-old. What does he have
Okay.
to say with a 19?
We also
Like, what is the
we also have to stop this.
Yeah.
I don't care. They can date all day long.
We have
I'm
to stop all this Western crap of like never judge. Judge is a part of life, and I'm allowed to freaking judge, and I'm going to tell you it's stupid and gross. And if you don't like my judgment, then so freaking be it. Like, I'm allowed to judge.
I love that.
I have an opinion. And like in America, like, don't judge, because everyone wants to walk on eggshells and not have an opinion and call stupid shit out. But judgment's good sometimes, and if you don't like it, then fuck off.
So what's
But calling it for what it but let me say something. But calling something for what it is not a judgment, right?
I get
because
it.
if you're
It's
calling
an opinion.
It's the truth.
it's just the truth, and you're just talking about it.
Yeah.
You're not like
But this is the
judging,
difference.
and judging would be me telling like the consequences for this. Who cares? I'm
Judgment
not
is,
judging.
my opinion is I hate eggplant. I think it's disgusting and it's gross. I don't think eggplant's inherently bad. I don't think if you eat eggplant, you're a bad person.
Yeah.
So I'm not judging eggplant as a terrible thing. I'm just saying, I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's gross. Don't mean I'm judging it. It's just not my cup of tea.
So what's the youngest you would date?
Me?
Yeah.
I probably would not date someone younger than 30.
Are you in your 30s or 40s?
30s.
Okay.
How about
That's
you?
good.
Late 30s.
Well, in addition to my husband, I would also like to date.
Girl, look, I don't judge. So you want to open shit? I ain't judging. You know, do whatever you want. I don't judge. Like, dude, sleep around. You marry. Who cares? You know, it's LA.
Well, okay, so when I was dating, my cap was like 5 years of like max who I would date.
Okay.
Someone like,
Older or younger?
older, not younger. I never dated anybody younger. Yeah, so it's like max of 5 years older than me. Because I think once you get kind of past that, in my opinion, that you then is like different interests and different, like it's just like not maybe as compatible because they're not as excited for the same concert you want to go to, or not this, the excitement kind of dies down because they're like, been there, done that.
You're saying you don't want to go see Justin Bieber? What's happening?
No, I don't want to see Justin Bieber, sorry.
This ain't gonna work, dog.
I'll go watch like
But I think
Backstreet
women,
Boys.
in general, it is better for women to date older, I think.
Okay, why?
Emotional maturity.
For men, because then they catch up to us.
But
Yeah.
I was gonna say, where does that start? That age? Do you think a man in
Traditionally,
his
if you go back,
40,
women always
let's say
been
he's
older.
40 now, he is at the emotional level where you can date him, and if you
Well,
were
it depends. I mean, I know emotional
or are
maturity
you
is a
saying he's
choice.
still growing? Yeah, I mean,
It's a choice.
yeah.
There's men and women who are dumb as rocks that are their whole life they die stupid, right? So this whole notion
Yes,
that
that's
women
true.
are naturally emotionally more mature is also complete false because I know tons of women that
No,
are way
for
more
sure.
mature, than me, right?
I agree
They're
with
also
you.
idiots too. It's a
Who
choice.
said that? Nobody said that.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, but in general, if they do work, I think biologically and traditionally, we've always seen women date men that were slightly older, and you always saw men date slightly younger.
and I
right?
think the difference is in the slight, right?
Slight. It was never like
not the
no,
yes,
hell no.
not
I'm
that.
not a fan of that.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
yeah.
I think men only date younger because they want a certain look about a girl. If they get too old, they're not as
Men are more-
desirable because they don't look
Yeah,
good
I think it's.
anymore.
I
Men
think
are
that's
more
an,
And
visual.
so that's
for,
why-
for sure, we're more
Yeah.
visual creatures. Women are more emotional creatures. That's just goes with this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I do think LA's full of like Peter Pans, like adult
I
people.
love Tarun's LA views.
I don't know if the emotional maturity actually happens with age. Maybe in other parts of the
doesn't.
country.
All age gives you is experiences. What you take from them is a personal choice. So you can use those to get wiser, or you can use those to get wounded. And a lot of people just get more wounded and hurt and angry. So
I'm not here an advocate for like dating younger, but I feel like after a certain age, you have a lot of baggage, and that's always in every relationship. But when you
Yes.
find people who are younger, they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this is a clean slate. I can mess up this
Well,
person on
depends
my
on
own."
what you want.
Mess up this person on my own. Did you just say that?
Yeah, but there's also a preference.
and he's
You
wondering
don't
why
want
he's single. By the way,
somebody-
I'm just saying.
Hey, I've embraced it. Who cares at this point?
He's like, I have so many problems. I don't need somebody else's problem on top.
Honestly,
But what is your hesitation for dating someone your age?
no, I'm open to that.
Okay,
But I feel like the quality.
he's not.
I'm open. I feel like the quality of people my age, it's really hard to find now.
Oh.
People who
Okay,
You have to admit that
What-
you're also
I'm
just
attracted to.
Okay.
but what do you find attractive? Like I'm
Hot.
curious. Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Just physically hot.
Well, it's got to have a good personality.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes I'll go on dates and the red flags will come up immediately. And there's so many flags. You're like, oh my God, I can't even deal with this.
What
I
are
have
red
enough
flags
problems.
to you? What are red flags to you?
Yeah, let's
Alcoholism, drug problems.
Yeah, those are obvious. Like,
I mean,
It's ridiculous.
no, I've gone out with like,
just got out of jail on parole, couple felonies, I don't know, 6 baby daddies.
yeah.
oh,
like
that especially. I mean, the kids thing. I mean, that's a killer for me. I just don't want to raise somebody else's kids.
Yeah, I wouldn't raise somebody else's kids too, unless it was like my person. It'd have to be very special.
Yeah. I told this story once on this podcast. I went out with this girl and she didn't tell me on the date. She's like, I got 3 kids, by the way. I'm like, what?
She didn't tell you before you met up?
No. She made,
That's a huge bomb, bro.
Yeah.
exactly.
You gotta say it straight up.
Well, I just left. I was like,
Oh, you just left?
no, I'm kidding. Her kids can pick her
Oh,
up.
let me ask you this, because you asked us, what's the youngest girl
How old was she?
What's the youngest you'd go?
Probably 30. No, actually, I'd go 20s too. If I connected with somebody and I was like, man, this person's really, speaks to me, I would definitely consider it. Why not? Judge me. I'd be like, Yalda, come to my wedding.
Would you date a woman that's older than you?
Yeah, I would. I'd have to be attracted to her.
So you're assuming that someone your age or older physically you don't think you'll find attractive.
Attractive in the sense of the complete package, it's harder to find. I feel like the pool of people gets narrowed down as you get older. It's harder to find people. And that's why I brought up the settling thing. I feel like people do settle at a certain point. They're like, I got to get married. I have to have kids, And so men, we kind of find people who are there when we're ready
you're
to get
ready,
married.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's definitely a
Yeah.
luxury
Yeah.
for most men.
That's what I mean about timing. It's like you could have met someone that's perfect for you, but just not at the right time. And then now when you're ready, you
But that's
just
why I
have
always
to-
say that's why soulmate's so special in that way, because they think of all these qualities. I'm like, no, it's just that 2 people. The craziest part about finding someone, or I hate that word even finding, but like when 2 people come together, it's
Yeah.
like you two not only want each other at that time, but
Yeah.
you also have the same goals in mind.
Yeah.
And it's at that time.
Exactly.
And that's actually when you get older, you realize that's rare. So when you're younger, you just think, like people always say, there's plenty of fish in the sea. I'm like, yeah, not many you want to be with.
Right,
though.
exactly.
There's plenty of fish in the sea if you want to hook up. If you want to have like superficial relationships, go, dude. There's millions,
Yeah.
right? But if you want something real, keep swimming.
That's why I
Because
think,
there's not many around that you're actually, and so when you do connect, you realize how
Yeah.
special it is.
I think that's why you need to like date to marry like in your 30s, because 20s is finding yourself, and then 30s is when you get to know you.
It's too early.
Yeah, 20s, I think, in my opinion,
Especially
again,
where we live. And
yes,
like,
exactly. Like in the LA like environment, I think 30s is like a good time to be like, okay, I've done my thing in my 20s, and now I can like, I know who I am and I know what I'm looking
That's
for.
what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
When if you date and you get to know people and when you're ready, that's more in your 30s.
Exactly.
Depends on intention.
And also, yeah.
There's some people that literally say, I'm going on dates for the free dinners, right?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
not real
that's
dating.
happened.
And a lot of
yeah.
guys do
That's
deal with that
different.
situation.
Yeah.
We're not talking
right?
about that. We're talking
Yeah,
about
we're
actual
genuine
intentions.
connections
Yeah.
and real
You
dating.
can do Uber Eats now.
My favorite dates are coffee, bro.
But also, even that stuff teaches you about people, Like, it's like almost like when you study people.
Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna buy you a latte, and by the time you're done drinking that latte, I know if you're worth the phone number or not. Like, it's a wrap.
Yeah, well, that's too early to know anyways. If
That's
you're
true.
just like,
Yeah.
One
You know,
coffee
like-
date, do you know enough
No,
about
but
the
it's enough to
person?
know if I want to take you out to dinner.
Yeah, but
You can know if you want to sleep with the person or not.
what
First
I'm
10
saying,
seconds.
when you meet that person in somewhere and
It's
you have
true.
a conversation, you know already if you want to invite that person to dinner or not. Right?
Yeah, that's assuming if you met them out in person. You didn't
Yeah,
meet them in
okay,
an app or
no,
something
if you-
else.
I have met people on dating apps and they look nothing like their photos.
Oh, I've done that too. It was so disappointing.
With Pritesh, I really
Yes.
agree with that.
Yeah.
You can actually judge them as soon as they
I
walk
like
in.
met someone on a dating app and like I couldn't find them because I was like, "Where is he?" And he's like,
That
"I'm
is-
here."
Yeah.
I'm like, "I don't see you." That's because he'd like gained like 50 pounds.
No,
And he didn't
like,
tell you?
No,
And
because
the
his
picture
pictures
was-
were old. So I'm like, "Where is this guy?" And he's like, "I'm here and I'm at this table." And I look and I was like, "Oh."
This is why I love.
okay,
This is
like-
why I miss India and other countries, because you could literally be like, "Yo, bro, why don't you tell me you got fat as fuck?"
Yeah, like, and then I was just like, I was
She had to sit there and be like, "You look different."
no, I didn't.
You're
I was-
Chinese?
Oh. Okay. not a different nationality.
They just been like, yo, bro, like your photo was 50 pounds ago. It was about
Exactly.
you literally you gained a Krispy Kreme franchise,
Honestly.
and now I'm supposed to be shocked.
And
I can't
also,
see your
like,
ass.
kind of like lost his hair, and I was just kind of
Yeah.
like,
What?
yeah, it was literally
I
a
love that's
different
where we lost
person.
her. That's where we lost her. Oh yeah, he was going bald. What?
And I was
That's where we lost her. Quick. She see her bald,
No,
bro,
because
and she
I'm like,
lost
that
it.
means he must be like really fallen apart.
Yes,
He's, like,
and I
gained
was
weight,
very
hair, and
surprised.
it's like a totally different.
Yeah, it's
person.
a
Like,
completely
this is
different
so
person.
weird.
Look, even bald, she won't go on a date with you 15,000 miles away. I tell you right now, if you in a different country, she'll go on a date, but not if you bald.
Follow Hedi if you want to see the hottest MILFs. I swear to God.
Not all of them are moms though.
Oh,
Follow
He
both of
wants
them.
to-
Don't follow me. I mean, you can. It's just my Instagram is very like private because I don't have like a public life, so I'm
she's
just
married.
a regular
Well,
person.
it's
I'm
not-
just married. Wow,
If you were
that's a bad
married,
thing.
hold on, let me ask
she's
you a
from
question.
Afghanistan. She married a British man. The obvious stuff is there. Okay, he tells her what to do, and she listens.
Oh,
and it's a brilliant way to
that
live.
is so not
I'm
it.
joking. Look, she's gonna kill me. Look, she's gonna kill me.
Would you put yourself out there more if you were single?
I did. I had a public profile at first,
Okay.
but then I was like, why?
We've never really had like a successful, I guess, business person, producer. So would you ever quit your job and be a stay-at-home mom and let your husband provide for you?
Whoa,
That's such a big
solid
question. Yeah.
though.
So I've thought about that because obviously I have a daughter who's turning 1 tomorrow, which is insane.
Yay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, first year of parenthood. So I think if I have another one, I would want to not like quit my job and quit my career, but like take a break until they're in school, like, you know, till they're like 5-6 years old, and then I can go back in. So I think that there should be more of like a flexibility for women as far as like enter the work field, you know, leave for a little bit and then like come back to it when life allows. Because you're putting your career on pause, but you're like, you know, raising humans.
So that's a
you
yes.
know, as
Which
a
is literally the
full-time
best thing
job.
ever.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
Like people
It's
in
really
society
hard.
that
But do you feel internalized? Do you feel any internal pressure as far as that comes?
Yeah.
Or social pressure? Or is it
to
extra
quit or
pro-
not to quit?
To be at home more with them.
I
Or
want
with your
to.
daughter right now at
I
this
just
point.
want to for myself. Like
That's
I
what I
have
mean.
this like in like
It's
as
that mother
moms,
nature,
no,
right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like
because I'm not, but I can only understand, and I felt that from my mother when I was a child.
yeah, you just want to be with your child 24/7.
You're the
as,
protector.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, yeah, like, and right now she's obsessed with my husband, which doesn't help. But like, I just love like being around her, and like I see, and I'm so lucky that I have like a nanny who comes home because I work from home, so I'm around when the nanny's around with my baby. But it's like that jealousy aspect, or like not jealousy, but you know, that idea of like I should be the one playing with her right now, but I'm in meetings and I'm like
Do you
stuck.
get
on
jealous
this-
that she likes your husband more than you right now?
Yes.
That's so interesting because she's not the first person. A lot of my friends, one of my friends, she's like, I breastfeed, I stay up when you
Yes.
change your diapers, and then when daddy comes home,
Yeah, you've forgotten about.
She goes, I'm the one doing all this stuff for my kid, and then they just want to play with that. You're like, I get jealous. I'm like, that is hilarious.
She's a total daddy's girl, but my mom was telling me that I was the same when I was a baby. Like I also preferred my dad over my mom.
And now I hate my dad.
No, I love my dad. I love my dad. He's like my number one person. So no, like but it is that aspect of like I went through the HELL of like pregnancy and you know like the birth and all of that, and like what do I get in return? The kid who doesn't want to be with me but wants to be with
That's
the
why
dad.
I called us the donor earlier.
No,
exactly my
he's
point.
not a
That was
donor.
exactly my point, though. It is when it comes to that specific situation. Your bodies do everything else.
Hedi, what do you think? Staying at home, letting your husband.
I mean, I think it's a best thing for your child to be as a mom around. For sure, I agree. I don't think the kids should go to childcare or something and you go back to work. It's like the disconnect is huge. If you have the luxury to be able to stay home and your husband is good enough to provide enough that you can, I think that's the best. And then later on, I think it's when they get bigger, when they go to school, then getting back and dabbling back into your career, I think it's nice. And there's always so much that comes up when the kids are in school. You know, if you volunteer, do this, PTA,
Volunteer?
and stuff.
You volunteer a lot?
Yeah, I used to do. Well, now they're bigger. So when I was
How old are
younger,
kids?
11 and 13 almost.
You have an 11 and a 13-year-old?
I would never guess.
What the?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna be like 3 and 2 or something.
Yeah. I know they're like
11 and 13.
teenagers.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Good job.
No, they're great kids.
That's
I met your
not
kids.
easy.
They're great.
Yeah,
That's
That's not
crazy.
easy. Like having
And
a
they're bigger
teenager
now. That was like
like
a year almost ago,
Yeah.
right? You met them.
are both girls or boy girl or
2 girls.
2 girls?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, my birthday, right? You met them
Yeah.
at my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a year ago.
Did they both have meltdowns for one day when TikTok went down? They
No,
lost
not
their
at
freaking
all.
minds
No.
and they thought
They
the world
don't.
was
They
gonna end.
didn't care.
Pritesh, do you think you could be a stay-at-home dad?
I mean, the answer when you say could, yeah, I could. Would I want?
No,
What-
why would he
what
want to
situation
stay? He
are
needs
we-
to make
are
money,
we-
right?
But what situation are we talking about here?
Say your wife is very successful and it just worked out financially where it made sense where she kept working, but somebody to take care of the kid.
Yeah, we get someone to take care of the kids.
Okay. So that's a no. So that's a no.
So, like, the thing is, the reason is asked is that's an amazing situation if saying that my financial input isn't necessary. Because once you're married, you're a unit,
Yeah.
right? So, if
100%.
that's a situation we're put in, amazing. That doesn't mean I don't have goals and things I want to achieve. And if that's what's going to happen and that's coming from her side, then clearly we can afford to get help, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
we just get help. So then no one has to be home 24/7. Of course, that doesn't mean I want to not be involved with the children or do more, of course, but I'm not just going to sit at home with an apron on.
Okay, just because you're home doesn't mean you have an apron on.
No, but then me as a dude is not going to work like that. Like, it's just not going to work. That's just not going to work.
So you would not be a stay-at-home dad then, basically.
No, that
Okay.
doesn't work for me at all.
And that's fine. I mean, there's women who've like gone on to become like insanely successful with the kids, like Conan O'Brien, Conan, like my friend, but Conan O'Brien's mom had like 5 kids, and then she also became partner in a law firm at the same time.
Yeah,
like that. Oh, sorry, 6 kids, I think. So
6 kids?
yeah,
Damn.
Conan
Okay,
O'Brien
wow.
has 6 kids?
no, his mom.
Oh.
Yeah, like, and then she also made partner in a law firm. Like, that's incredible. Like, that's so inspiring. And that's why I think there should be flexibility, because I do want to show my kids, like, I also have a life outside of being a mom. Like, I also have a career and I have hobbies and friends. And that's why it's important to be able to go back if you want to. It may not be the same level, whatever, but still, like, you're showing them, like, you can be an inspiration to them, especially as a mom, because I think dads get the big jobs and, you know, that stuff.
But it's a balance, though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like, there's definitely a thing there. Like, there's no denying when you see a young child, like, the woman is better with them. And, like, it's just, you know, like, I don't have kids. I'm never going to get a male babysitter. Like, it's not going to happen. I mean, and people are like, you're sexist. I'm like, I'm not sexist. It's called I'm not stupid. Because I want my child to live. And women are better. And it's
But-
like, the child was in your body and you
I think
have
I cannot
breasts.
Yeah.
Like,
respect a man that is staying home and taking care of my child while I have to go work. I don't think that's the right setup.
But-
I think it's just weird.
it is
That's
goes against
not-
nature.
It
yeah.
does go against nature,
For
and
sure.
it's just like I think that tips you over in your masculinity as a woman, and then you start being like the relationship doesn't. It's gonna affect the relationship where the woman is trying to be more bossy.
Sure.
And then throws off the whole.
I'm not a parent, but I don't think I could ever hire a hot babysitter. I think that's a bad thing. If you-
Turn, it always comes down.
Listen,
I'm just
I
saying.
thought of
Hilarious.
this when I hired a nanny.
Right?
No,
It
I'm
depends
just
on the
saying, is that
guy.
not
No,
true?
let's
That's
listen.
right.
Hold on, I gotta hear this. He said she thought about it, and I gotta
I thought
know.
of this when I was looking for nannies too, because like I
Right?
would get applications and there'd be like a 10 model, and she's like, "I'm really good with babies," and I'm like, "You're not coming into my house, sorry." Like,
Thank you.
not that I don't trust my husband. Of course, I trust him 100%. But if I go into work, like like I have to go into the office, there's like some event, and then like you're just there, for the next 2-3 days, 4 days, 5 days out of the week with my baby, and my
Yeah.
husband's home because he works from home. I'm not gonna be comfortable.
Thank
with
you.
that.
I speak the truth.
She's like, it's so hot.
I know she's like.
No, but why have that temptation in the house?
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
so I looked for not 10.
You got the ugliest babysitter possible.
She doesn't want to say because maybe she gets the hot babysitter. She's gone for 4 days. She's like, oh my god.
Shout out to Yalda's babysitter.
Shout out
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Yeah,
I
she's
love her.
awesome.
You are so awesome, and you were picked because you're not a 10.
Hey,
And she said it right here. The reason you were picked is because your
because
husband
you're not-
for sure
you're
does not
not
want to
gonna-
sleep with you.
You're
Her husband
outpaid.
doesn't want to sleep with you.
So bad. If I say it out loud like that.
we have to wrap up. Hedi, where can we find you on social media?
Yes, at Head in the Clouda. That's my handle. Head in the Clouda.
Mine's the Pritesh Shah, as we know.
As we know, obviously.
I've done enough episodes, they should know by now.
That was a Nick Lachey. I'm obviously a Nick Lachey moment.
No, I don't have Nick Lachey's money right now. Okay.
I'm Yaldi5 on Instagram, so follow me.
But you won't accept your
But I won't-
request.
Especially if you're 10. Because just once your
I can be
husband's saying
friends.
shit like that.
I can be friends with you if you're 10, but I don't want you in my house 5 days a week watching my baby.
Yeah. If you're 10 and you're friends with her, she'll get coffee with you alone, but she's not bringing her.
He's not my prisoner. He can do whatever he wants.
The British held everyone else prisoner. He can be yours for a little bit.
There it is.
I want to thank all of you for coming by.
Of course.
We appreciate your insights.
Yeah, this is fun.
And we will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. See you next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.